Are you confused about moon phases, ritual, and magic? Today, we're going to learn to tap into the old ways using a new tool. Imagine being able to harness the moon's power for your magical practice at any time. No more waiting for the perfect full moon or frantically checking calendars for the next new moon. What if I told you that you could tap into lunar energy whatever inspiration strikes, using nothing more than your smartphone? Welcome, magical seekers, to a journey that will revolutionize your relationship with the moon. I'm Beth Hansen, visionary artist and true sidereal astrologer. And in today's video, we're going to unlock some of the secrets of working with the lunar energy on your own terms and in your own time. If you've ever felt confused about the moon phases, struggled to time your rituals, or wished you could perform moon magic on a whim, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to bridge the gap between the old ways and modern technology, showing you how to use a free app called Stellarium to craft a powerful, personalized magic regardless of the moon's phase. So, if you're ready, click that like button and I will show you how to decode the moon's current position and phase in just seconds, and the hidden power of the moon's astrological sign in your spell work. So, whether you're a seasoned practitioner or just moon curious, stick around. By the end of this video, you'll have tools to transform your magical practice and connect with the lunar energy like never before. So, let's dive in and explore the magic that's always at your fingertips. Traditionally, in neo-pagan and Wiccan circles, the new moon is used for planting seeds, for setting intentions for the next month. The next phase would be the waxing crescent, which is very much the maiden in the triple moon. It is the waxing crescent moving into a new beginning. So when you've already planted a seed, or if you just want to get started right away, the crescent to about the first quarter moon is a great time to say, hey, I'm intending to manifest this right now. As the moon waxes, it builds the energy that your intention is projecting, and you are drawing that moon energy down. And as it becomes full, that energy grows. Full moon energies are known as an esbat for pagan and Wiccan circles, and some witches circles as well might call it that. And it's a sacred time for connecting with goddess, in particular, with the moon goddess. So anytime, I would say 3 days before, 3 days after that full moon. Some people say it has to be before, but you do what feels right to you. As you connect to that moon energy, you can understand it better. The more you connect, the more you'll understand. As we move past the full moon, we get to the waning moon, setting the intention of letting go of something in your life. It's a great time as the moon wanes, and then we return down to the final crescent, which is the crone part of the triple moon, maiden mother crone, which is a lot of neo-pagans use that symbology. And it's what I use on my logo because I am a crone. If you hadn't noticed, all my beautiful crow's feet. All right, so let's dive in and explore the magic that's always at your fingertips with the Stellarium app. Okay, so first of all, I wanted to let you know that there is a free True Sidereal Astrology chart calculator on my website. And I will have a link down below so you can calculate the details. If you want to learn more, you can always reach out to me, and I have different offerings for different readings here. So all we have to do is go over to stellarium.org. This is all free for you to discover more about the stars and the cosmos. To get the app, you can either download it on Windows, or if you go to Stellarium Web, This is where it's got the links to download from on the Apple Store or get it on Google Play and install it onto your phone so you can go anywhere you want and have the stars in your pocket and know where they are. Let's take a look here at some of the basic stuff. Let's look at the stuff on top so we can just get rid of that sidebar if we want to and have a really big view. But you can put in the meridian line or the ecliptic line or both. I like to keep it simple and just have ecliptic. Okay, so you've got your settings, and then you can choose your location. So there's a map here, and you can search your location or use auto location or turn it off. Do whatever makes you happy. But it's nice to know for where you're going to be if you're doing ritual at home, if you're doing ritual at somebody else's house, if you're traveling and you want to know what's going to be happening in the sky, where you're going to be. Maybe you're going to Australia and you want to know what's happening in the stars there. You can get a little heads up with this, and I'm going to show you how. That's why we're here, right? Okay. So up here we have a search bar. And since we're talking all about the moon today, let's see where the moon is by typing moon in the search bar. And it gives you a couple drop down options. We want just the moon, not main belt asteroid moons. Okay. So that will take us to the moon in the sky, which is right here. And if we want to see what constellations they're in, we just go down to the bottom here, click constellation. If we want to see the pictures, the constellation art, we can do that. And right now we have our landscape here and atmosphere. So it's still going to show those nasty little satellites going over. I don't know how to get rid of that, but it's going to have some circles around some other important deep sky stuff and tell you like, hey, this is the Pleiades over here, which I want to know. And so that's just a little bit of an extra. So the other thing we can do is eliminate the atmosphere. So we have our beautiful dark sky here, and we could see where we are. You know, this is south and west that we're looking for that moon in the sky. So if you're setting up an altar for a particular time, you might want to be facing this direction if you have that option. And the other thing we can turn off is the landscape. So all we see is what's going on in the heavens for us. And of course, you can always zoom in and out just by using your little scroller on a mouse, because this is the stellarium-web.org, which I do believe, do I have this? Yep, I've got it bookmarked here under my astrology resources. So that's something you might want to bookmark. And as we're looking at this, it's like, well, this shows me where it is today. What if I want to know where it's going to be for, like, say, I want to do a ritual on a particular day. I want to do a ritual on, I can't do it on the next full moon. Oh, when is the next full moon? Okay, let's take a look at the calendar over here. So I'm recording this on the 4th of February, and this shows me when that next full moon is going to be is the 12th. Well, what if I can't do a ritual on the 12th? What if I can only do a ritual on the 8th? So that's going to be between the first quarter moon and full moon. What do I do then? Well, let me show you what you do then. We'll close that out and we'll just change this date. This has got a little scroll guy. So you can change this date up to the 8th. And for this type of star magic, we want to use the constellational energy, which the moon is sitting there in Gemini, hanging out with Mars. So on this particular day, the moon is nearing full. It's like, okay, what in my life is nearing to fullness? What is it that I am trying to really activate for this next period in my life, whether it be a day, a week, a month, a year? You can do whatever you want and know that you've got the universe backing you up right here. You literally have the stars of Gemini that the ancients decided this is going to be a symbol in the sky that represents a particular vibration of energy, and it's going to flow past the moon. And when it does that, the moon amplifies it in its lunar magical way. This is amplifying all things Gemini intuition. Gemini is about the mind, it's about movement, it's about logic, it's about communicating, it's about partnering with somebody. Um, having that best friend in your life, whether it's just spiritual bestie, it's how we connect to others. And here we have Mars. It's like, okay, what connections do I want in my life to bring into a more dynamic mode? Now, of course, Mars travels along and is in different signs all the time too. And moon travels pretty quickly. It goes all over the place. So if we pull up our little guy here and we say, hey, let's take a look and see how fast, even as we're talking, you could see the floating satellites, the seconds are going by. Well, let's see, where does the moon go? Let's click on the moon again. So we're focused on the moon, because if we don't, it'll keep you in Gemini. So we've got the focal point of the moon, and there it's traveling. It's past Mars on the 9th. There it's in Cancer on the 10th. And here on the 11th, looks like it's, yep, right, leaving Cancer and entering Leo. And so back to Mr. Moon. So you could find out where it is on any particular day and decide, okay, do I want to do it on the full moon? Do I want to do it the day before because it's almost full? And this is the date the full moon says. And I can look at that eastern sky and when is it up? When can I see it? It will have all that information, visibility over here, rise and set. And this is like the 24-hour day time. So it rises at 1806. So that would be following morning at 7:41. And right now we're at 1920 for the time down here. So in relation to that on the 12th. So you've got all that information there to do whatever you want with, and you can just keep on going and see, just play with it. See how fast day by day, it's in constellation after constellation. And Capricornus, yes, that is in fact Capricorn. Aquarius is Aquarius, Sagittarius is Sagittarius, but Capricornus is also an us. It's an us thing. So looks like we're coming up on a nearly new moon here. Just past the new moon on what day are we at here? Boop, the 25th. So if we go back here, here we go. The 24th says 2%. We hit observe calendar. There's that new moon. It actually hits new moon on February 27th. And it tells you what it's floating past too. So you could say, hey, I want to see, when is the moon going to be close to Mercury or Mars or Saturn? And then you can, so really great info here. And you can go calendar of events month by month. So you got a trip, you're planning ahead, get everything down, decide what to bring with you on your trip, what you want to pick up. So that is the basics. Like I said, here's your constellation clicky. Here's your art clicky. Here's your atmosphere clicky. Woo! We are in daytime there. Here's your landscape clicky. which we got to back up, and then you can see the daytime. And then you've got planets tonight, and it's got the visibility of the planets. Go forth, get your groove on with this app, whether you're using the web version or you're using a desktop version or you're using the kind you can hold in your hand. I have, of course, have both. The reason I'm showing you Stellarium is because it's across all platforms. It's available as an app for both Apple users and Android users. That way, it's something we can all share and look at and really get our groove on and get to know our place in the universe and start working with those vibrations of the stars and let it be amplified with that moon. Okay, now that you've had a chance to see the Stellarium app in action, what do you think? Let me know in the comments below because I don't know if this works for you or not. Have you used it before? Let me know if you're an expert at it. Let me know if there's a different app that you like to use for discovering what's going on with moon energy or any of the planets for that matter. And I just want to let you know that you can be completely flexible with how you work with lunar magic. You don't have to subscribe to anything you don't want to. And if you want to create something on the fly, whether it's a meditation or your moon bathing, that is up to you. And remember, there is a free chart calculator for your true sidereal astrological information, which means it's not the standard Western tropical. This is how the stars were lined up behind the planets at the date and time you were born. So having your time is really preferred, but if you don't have it, there's a little box you can check there too. So please share your experiences with moon magic, with any apps that you use in the comments. And for more magical content, for more celestial information, just click on this video that YouTube is recommending for you right now. With that, I will wish you a wonderful, magical day. Blessed be. Namaste. The goddess loves you and wants you to be happy. And I love you and I want you to be happy too.